a movie directed by Trip Davidson, Noel Hope, Sophia Otto, and Jalen Sotoa, a Red 2 production. Our great monarch, Philip II, was the absolute monarch over the El Escorial. King Philip II took his throne and seized the Portuguese kingdom. He had built an empire that could circle the globe, and he was very wealthy. King Philip II was very religious. In 1571, the Pope called on all Catholic princes to defeat the Ottoman Empire because of their rising power. King Philip responded by attempting to punish Queen Elizabeth and her Protestant land of England. In 1588, the king's fleet was defeated. The defeat weakened Spain, but their wealth covered the scar. King Philip's granite palace was beautiful with massive walls and great gates. The El Escorial demonstrated his power, and his monastery, all within his palace.
The El Escorial was ordered to be made by King Philip II. He wanted a palace to be able to serve multiple purposes. These included having a church, a school, royal apartments, and a burial place for his father, along with many other things. The project was first given to Juan Bautista, who started to build it in 1563 to 1584. He had successors who completed the project. The project would be finished in Madrid in Spain and San Lorenzo. The palace is dedicated to San Lorenzo. The palace expands over 30,000 meters with a maze in the front. It includes 9 towers, 9 organs, 16 patios, 73 statues, 86 sets of stairs, 88 fountains, 300 cells, over 1,600 paintings, and 2,673 doors, according to cyberspain.com. Outside, in the gardens, there are hedges made into a maze, also done by Juan Bautista. Inside the palace, there is a king's courtyard made specifically for King Philip II. The front facade of the El Escorial was originally going to be lower than the rest of the building. It was changed later. Juan Bautista was the main person to give the universal design. Because of his efforts, the front 2 towers are attributed to him and are above the monastery. The back 2 are similar to the front without the monastery under it. A statue of San Lorenzo sits at the top section of the palace.
The palace of the monastery of El Escorial contains many rooms. Some of these rooms being a library, the king's courtyard, the basilica, the palace of Philip II, a monastery, a seminary, a school, and the king's Parthenon, located beneath the high altar of the basilica. This library, also known as the Regia Laurentia, is historically one of the most important libraries in the world. In the library, it contains 45,000 printed works completed in the 5th and 16th century. The 5,000 manuscripts are in Latin, Spanish, and Arabic. Related to science and learning, the ceiling of the library is decorated with frescoes, which are paintings done with watercolor on wet plaster of a ceiling or a wall. Some of the artists that painted frescoes all around the monastery of El Escorial were Pellegrino Tibaldi, Federico Zuccaro, El Greco, Zucco Giondo, and Claudio Cogello. The basilica takes form of a Greek cross. It contains 45 altars that have a pair of paintings by Ferdinand, Urbina, and Sanchez Coelho. The basilica also contains an impressive marble of Christ by Cellini, a high altar with reredos, a decoration behind the altar, in marble and jasper adorned with bronze figures by Leon and Pompei Leoni. And the paintings were by Tibaldi and Zuccaro. Also there is the tabernacle by Tezzo, and on either side of their sculpture with praying figures depicting Carlos I and Philip II with their respective families. And there is an upper choir with stalls and frescoes that ornate the ceilings.
The Garden of Friars is a garden built at the command of Philip II, who himself was a lover of nature. The garden extends through the main cloister and all the way through the southern and eastern forecourts. Philip II had a special hand in the construction of the garden and hired the best gardeners to make it out of brightly colored flowers and to be bordered by box hedges. He described it as looking like fine rugs from Damascus. The Evangelist Courtyard was named after their white marble statues of the apostles. It is known as one of the largest courtyards in the world.